With DK Bones here again, coming with news from out of Coral Gables, really high-end area of South Florida near Miami. Um, with a possible human smuggling ring stop. Play some of the news video and do my regular thing where I make comments and then I'll go over the article.
A tip about a possible abduction led to something potentially much bigger, a smuggling operation or human trafficking ring. Now more than 36 people are in custody of Homeland Security tonight, and at least 20 of them are Chinese men and women found packed in the back of a U-Haul. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Trina Robinson. Jamie Garola is live in Coral Gables with...
Let me just make a quick comment. Yes, South Florida. Normally you expect Hispanics, but they said Chinese in the back of a van found there.
More on what led to the discovery of this very suspicious scheme, JD.
The tip from a security guard who thought she saw a woman being abducted. Police say that tip may have saved lives. A host of questions remain unanswered Friday night after police uncovered a possible smuggling operation or human trafficking ring in Coral Gables.
I don't really know a lot. There's a trolley here. It looks like they're interviewing people on the trolley. We really don't know.
I'm not going to make light of the situation, but you can tell it's a high-end lady with the glasses and everything. Yes. Sorry, I just had to make that observation.
Here, it looks like they're interviewing people on the trolley. We really don't know.
The scene created a spectacle for neighbors. They watched as Coral Gables Police, the FDLE, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol, and Homeland Security responded near Ingram Park in Snapper Creek. It started around 9:30 in the morning when a security guard from a homeowners association reported what looked like a woman being abducted on Old Cutler Road.
There was a Toyota involved as well as a U-Haul truck.
And big shout out to the security officer for the homeowners association being aware and observing something like this. Normally people just ignore situations like this, and well, Coral Gables, high end, they're going to pay good money for people to do their jobs.
Alertly, she notified one of our patrolling officers about what she had observed.
Police say video corroborated what the security guard reported. They issued a be on the lookout for both vehicles. They were spotted and eventually pulled over.
At that time, as the individuals in the car were safely removed, along with the individual woman that was observed by the witness, the subsequent investigation of the U-Haul truck, one of the officers noticed in the back several individuals.
When officers opened the back of the U-Haul, they found 21 Chinese men and women smushed together. It's believed the group was brought by boat and possibly dropped off near the southern end of Coral Gables before they were loaded into the van. Now, investigators are trying to figure out whether this was some sort of human trafficking ring where individuals were being held against their will, or if this was a smuggling operation where individuals were getting help entering the country illegally.
This started off as...
So either way, it's illegal. I'm going to run that back again. See what he said.
This was some sort of human trafficking ring where individuals were being held against their will, or if this was a smuggling operation where individuals were getting help entering the country illegally.
This started off as the investigation of a crime. This was not based on intelligence that somebody was illegally trying to enter our country. The police department responded to that alleged crime by a very alert citizen.
The chief of police says the Chinese nationals had documentation. Additional people in the car and the van were taken into custody. At least 4 of them, police believe, had some sort of criminal or illegal role in what happened. Reporting live tonight in Coral Gables, Jamie Garola, NBC6 News.
Real interested. Real interested to see what the follow-up is with that. What their charges will be, or if they were let go, or if they're going to be deported, or what happened. Article goes as, sorry about that. What they know, where a dozen people were taken into custody, as the video stated, after possible human smuggling or trafficking operation was stopped in Coral Gables, officials said. The incident was unfolded when a security guard observed a possible abduction on Old Cutler Road. I'm not going to go to that. Nearly 30 people were taken into custody in Coral Gables Friday as part of an investigation into a possible human smuggling or trafficking operation. Authorities say footage showed multiple women being patted down and placed in custody near Ingram Park, where there was a massive law enforcement presence. Coral Gables Police Department went over all the agencies in the video. A woman said she saw authorities arresting people near a U-Haul van, saw people being placed on a trolley. So they had a paddy wagon or bus. They used city's trolley to transport these individuals. At Friday afternoon news conference, Coral Gables Police Chief Ed Hucken said that 23 people who were found in the U-Haul van. It's a lot of people for that van having. And another 5 people who were in the Toyota were taken into custody. People in the U-Haul included 6 females and 15 males from China. Wow. Along with a Cuban man and a woman from Ecuador. Basically, probably they were coyotes of some sort. Probably Chinese. I'm just making assumptions here. The Chinese probably paid good money to get into the country. Big props to that security officer being observant, and hopefully they do something about these individuals. And in the Toyota were 2 Cuban men, a Brazilian woman, and 2 men from Ecuador. Hundak, I always butcher these names, had initially given different figures, which totaled more than 30 people. Doug said 4 of the people in the custody are believed to have been behind the operation, including 1 woman, and authorities are trying to determine whether it was smuggling or trafficking. Smuggling is a criminal. Let's go over what smuggling is and trafficking. Hunter said the individual unfolded around 9:30 a.m. when a very alert security guard from a local homeowners association observed what she believed was an abduction of an Old Cutler Road involving the Toyota and U-Haul. This goes over what he said in the video. Hunter said it's believed that the group was bought by a boat and possibly dropped off on the southern end of Coral Gables before they were loaded into the van. Marine patrols were set out to search for the boat involved, but it couldn't be located, Hunter said. So, yeah, they probably got information out of other individuals they interviewed or interrogated. Fire rescue crews responded to make sure all people were safe and they were medically clear before being turned over to the federal authorities, Hunter said. So, yeah, it has something to do with the big ICE push, just somebody being observant, making sure the female wasn't being abducted. Again, good being aware of situations, and you don't have to be a security officer to be aware of situations like this. It's not like you're being a snitch, but you don't want to see any person being abducted. That's all I have on this video. If you like the content, please subscribe, like, and share. And I'll hit you guys up on the next one. Audio Jungle.